Hellenic idolaters and Macedonian Christians, White Sea mariners, Turks and Greek-born Ottomans, Knights of Malta, Venetians, Catalans, Frankish Crusaders, Slavs and Alemans, Algerian coursers and Armenians, execrated Manichaeans, soldiers and frontier guardsmen, armed hillmen of Olympus, and all the warriors fathered by north and east and west. Bedouins from the desert, emirs from the castle keeps of Syria, Lombard barons and Varangians, boyars, officers of state, and golden eagles of the great. From the dark Bulgarian gorges, from the oaks of Thracian forests, from the cedar woods of Taurus, from the olive groves of Athens, and the orchards of the city, all the scourings of the rabble, all the scum of life I met. Rogues and cutthroats with their daggers, swindlers with their serpent tongues, murderers from jails and galleys, wild beast outlaws from the wastelands, vermin of the steppe and camp, all the flirters with the gallows, all I met of every stamp. Each and all they stood before me, boisterous, reckless, unafraid, with the drunkard's muddled rashness and the brawler's ready blade. And all would call me and command me, "Gypsy player, urge the whirl, match our merriment and madness with your oboe's frenzied skirl." Night-long revels and rejoicings, summer sun or winter snow, noonday brightness, midnight shadow, nothing stops your music's flow. Night-long revels and rejoicings, how you flood through every space, forest glade and mountain gully, harbour front and marketplace. Night-long revels and rejoicings, how your oboe's strident squeal rings you with a rout of demons who have joined you in the reel. Night-long revels and rejoicings, how you draw me to the throng, you who finish up with murder what you started with a song. Night-long revels and rejoicings under the eternal stars, and in monasteries and mansions, and in ships and tavern bars, and in mail-defended castles, each a moat-encircled den, ruled by beautiful princesses, stealers of the hearts of men, and amid the ruins, brambles, and the half-light that awakes, cloudy worlds of dreams and visions on the surface of dim lakes. Always watcher in these places, there I stood, the gypsy hound, there I lurked, the strolling player, seeing all that happened round. In the whirlpool of the passions, in their storm, I was the calm, and I was a breath of reason amid tumult and alarm. Pure, unreal, divine, did ever others know, like I, your might of desire, O paradises, and you heavens of delight? Still around me, unashamed, daring, naked, you are wound, O smooth loins to lure me hellward, O white arms to hold me bound. Oh, the courtesan's embraces, and her kisses and her sighs. Oh, the violated virgin's unavailing tears and cries. In my fancy's far-flung spaces, you all found room and left behind some bright traces and some stains. In my fancy's far-flung spaces, heaven and hell found room, and yet my soul, virginal, still remains. And then one day I chanced to stand alone, far from the turmoil of the world, beside a silent lake, with no companion, alone, myself and I gazed into those quiet waters, into their depths and into my own being, and in my heart a flower blossomed, too tender to be called a longing, too deep felt to be named a woe. Around me the pale evening glow was lulling the child hour to rest upon her violet breast. And everything was still. White water lilies floated amid the rushes green, and ferns and flowers nodded as in the background scene of some enchanted picture, all absolutely still. It was the magic stillness of nature bent, with listening ear intent to catch an ancient secret lore untold before. Suddenly the impulse seized me to insult that sacred moment, all its peace to rend and steal with my gypsy oboe's squeal. And I killed that holy silence, its great secret lost, forever lost. Then the lake drew back and shuddered. Everything quailed round about me, as that sound like some lewd monster ravened upon virgin nature. But while yet my lips blasphemed, and the brutal echoes leapt, my heart within me wept. And the flower which had been budding in my heart shed from its petals one last fragrance on the air of penitence, remorse, and prayer. While my oboe's stridency was still defiling everything, to the lake I turned my eyes, where it smiled upon me sadly, and I saw in it the gypsy player's face, a menacing grimace, all twisted, swollen, and disfigured, reft of its usual mien, so sculptural and serene. I smashed the oboe on that day and flung it far away. Then I became a stonemason,